Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together. But we found a way to choose right from wrong.
Hello, welcome back. Today we are doing some house projects all around the house. One of my big projects that I've been wanting to do for a while is actually add some curtains here in like the front living room and like dining room area. Stick with me, don't get sick, spinning around, but we're gonna work on that for just a little bit. And I have some things that I wanna hang on the wall, just like slowly kind of making our house more and more home. We've been here now, gosh, has it been like 8 months, 7 months? It looks like I'm doing math right now and I'm really not. So let's just call it like 7, 8 months. We'll say that's good. Anyway, I have a new rug. I just have like little bits and bobs that I want to do around the house. Bits and bobs, like that's a saying I say, whatever, it's fine. Anyway, we have a lot to get done today. Just lots of little things around the house. I figured I would take you guys along with me because it's so fun to just get some house projects done. I do have to run to the store because I forgot screws and I'm gonna need screws to hang up curtain rods for the curtains. So I'm gonna run to the store real quick, pick up screws, and then we're gonna hit the ground running. It'll be great. So anyway, I hope you guys are having an incredible day. Come along with me. Let's do this.
Go ahead and shine, darling, go ahead and shine.
All right, I'm back from the store. Got my screws. I'm hoping I don't need to use the wall anchors, but because I'm not going all the way up to the ceiling in here, I don't know if I'll hit studs or not. So I might have to use wall anchors. Okay, so a few different things. First of all, I was gonna go with, I like my neutrals. So I was gonna do neutrals in here for the curtains. However, the walls are kind of like a tan beige color. I was like, well, I could go with a color, and you guys know I have my like mauvey pink chairs in here, which I love those chairs. These are like, this is my spot over here. I love to just like relax. Anyway, and for spring, which if you didn't see my spring decorate video, I will link it right here. But I went with like some blue tones in here, which is fun for spring, but also it goes all year round. And I just loved it, and it matched so beautifully with the chairs that I was like, let's lean in a little more. And I got some blue curtains. So these are going to be really nice. I'm excited for them. I was a little nervous. I talked to my sister and she said to do the blue. So if we don't like the blue, she's to blame, right? That's how it works. I am going to pop these in the dryer with some ice cubes. If you haven't seen that trick, I also got that from my sister, and it's really nice because you don't have to steam or iron your curtains or any of that. You don't have to rewash them. You just pop them in your dryer with a little ice, and the steam from the ice melting steams out the wrinkles. This is the color we got. And then I got the same curtain rods that I got for the family room when I first moved in, which, does that not feel like it was forever ago? I don't know. I remember still walking into this house. It had such a peaceful feeling of just like, this is good. I felt so incredibly grateful for this home. I will never be able to explain how grateful I am for this home. I'm renting, so it's not my house, but it's where like the boys and I have created our new life, and I'm so grateful for that. So anyway, a lot of good things have happened here. A lot of peace, a lot of good stuff. These curtain rods, they come in different colors. I got gold because I like the warmth that gold adds, but this is not like the brassy gold that was everywhere in the 90s. So we got some pretty gold. But the thing that I like about these, you actually screw them together so you can really customize the length that you want. You can make them a little bit shorter, you can make them all the way long. Even though you screw them together, you really don't notice the little texture bits. I almost think it just like adds a little interest to the curtain rod. And it also keeps, I feel like it keeps it more sturdy because this is like really, really solid. And then you have these like anchor points where it's being joined together. And then it just has still like one side that you can adjust. Whereas like these ones are solid, so easy peasy. And also these are like really affordable. Like they're really nice quality curtain rods, but they're also really affordable, so you're not gonna break the bank. So they're kind of like my go-to. I've bought them, I've repurchased them so many times.
Before your life was so boring, I got up, went to work just to get back home and repeat. Before you, I just felt nothing. I didn't dare to take risks. Now we be staying up all night. We don't have to sleep 'cause we're crazy in love, yeah. Oh, even if we start to fight, we know we can work it out, baby. Ooh, you make me wanna shout at the top of my lungs. You make me wanna jump when you tell me to jump. You make me wanna love like I'm 20 years young. With you I'm not the same. With you I'm not afraid. You make me wanna run.
Okay, I just want to say I'm still the same person and I'm still so afraid of heights. So this actually kind of scared me at first. And when I say kind of, I mean it completely scared me at first. But I conquered my fears, and actually the longer I did this, like the more I moved the ladder around, the more I was just up in the air, way too high for my comfort. I did get a lot less scared. So this is your sign, conquer your fears, you can do it. A lot of that kind of stuff is just in your head, and I survived. It actually doesn't even look that high, but like when I was up there, it felt very high, and I lived to tell the tale. So there you go.
Even if I knew that I should, it made me lonely and bitter. But that was all before you. Now we be staying up all night. We don't have to sleep 'cause we're crazy in love. Oh, even if we start to fight, we know we can work it out.
Okay, oh my gosh. These curtains look so good. Seriously, curtains make the biggest difference. I used to just like the clean lines of like windows and blinds and all that stuff, but honestly, like it does so much. I put them up and out, and these ones I'm just like framing the outside of the windows, so I'm not doing they're single windows, so they don't like need the double anyway. But it honestly, like it brings your eye up, it adds some color, it adds softness and texture and all the things, and like, I just love it so much. So I'm gonna do the last window in here, and then we'll move on to some other stuff. I am running out of time because I got a late start today. I just had like a busy morning, and I'm about to have to go start the pickup for the kids because they'll be getting out of school soon. So we'll see what else I can get done today, and then the rest we'll jump into it tomorrow. This makes me excited, and I'm honestly really happy that I went with the blue. I'm usually not like a super blue girl. Like I usually lean more greens and earthy tones and things like that. I feel like this is kind of an earthy blue, but I'm happy I did it in here. It's so pretty. Tell me what you guys think so far.
Crashing in the day, blooming in the bright nights. Teenage runaways, watching every sunrise. Sleeping in the car, blame it on the moonlight. Gazing at the stars, turning all the wrongs right. And if you're lighting up my way, I'd be yours.
The curtains are up. I was kind of going between if I wanted to do just curtains here or do it all the way to the top, and I'm happy that I did to the top. I actually had ChatGPT do like a little mock-up. It was definitely not perfect. It like kind of made the room look weird, but it gave me a good idea, and I'm so happy because it really just like elevates the space and it makes your eye go up. It's so pretty. I love it. I was up here. I don't know if you guys saw that like early on. I was doing the middle bracket up there, the piece that like connects the little hook. You know, I'm not the best with words. That piece, like that little screw dropped, and I was like, oh, that's fine, I'll get it in a minute. I go down, cannot find it anywhere. I was like with a broom, I was on my hands and knees, like my eye was like on the floor looking for that screw. It came with the curtain rod, so I couldn't just like use a different screw. It's like the little tiny one, just like the perfect size. Took me literally 30 minutes. I was almost late to go pick up Luke, so I was like, I'm so close, I'm so close. So anyway, it's fine, I got it. Crisis averted, but had to share my little annoying real life moment. But the curtains are up. Ah, I'm so excited. And now I do need to put the plants back up there because I've really loved having those, which by the way, I've been liking to just get like ice cubes because I can just get a chair and drop like 2 ice cubes in. It slowly melts. It doesn't flood the plants or anything. And that has seemed to work pretty good. They did get a little bit wilty while I was out of town recently, but otherwise they're going good. So anyway, all right, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for today because even though I only got the curtains up, this was a big project because of the ladder. I need to put that away. But we have a lot of stuff planned for tomorrow to finish up. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alrighty, it's a new day and we have the curtains up in the living room and dining room, and every time I walked in that room last night, I was like, oh, these are so pretty. I'm so happy I did this. And I'm actually so happy that I went with that color. I don't know, it just pops and like pulls things in together in there, and I love it. So anyway, we have a lot more to get done today because I literally only got that done yesterday. But before we go into all the rest of the house projects, I wanted to say a huge thank you to Ritual for teaming up with me once again in today's video. First time I used Ritual was years ago, and I really love them as a company because everything is traceable. So you can go actually right onto their website, see exactly where all the ingredients are actually from. I think that having that transparency is just so important and something that is kind of rare. And since Ritual has been around for quite a while, I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with them. They have very distinct things about them, and one of my favorites just to me kind of symbolizes what Ritual is. Like you can see directly into the actual supplement itself and kind of see what's in there. And again, that just kind of reminds me of how transparent they really are with their supplements. But one thing that I'm not sure if everyone is aware of is Ritual does have more than just their multivitamin. So their multivitamin is something that's designed specifically for women in different stages of life. So it just feels very intentional and thoughtful. So this one that I take is for women 18 plus. I don't know if everyone knows about the other items that they have available as well. So this is their Hyacera supplement, and this one is great for skin support and just like skin hydration. I also like their stress relief. This one has ashwagandha and L-theanine, which is perfect for those extra busy or overwhelming days that we all have. My favorite one actually is their Symbiotic Plus, and this is something that I think is so incredibly important to find a really good probiotic. But this is not only a probiotic, it's actually a 3-in-1, so you get a pre, pro, and postbiotic for gut support. I have watched so many documentaries and looked up so many things and read so much on how important your gut health is, and so finding something that helps to support that I just feel is so incredibly important, and this one's been amazing. So if you've been wanting to get consistent with your supplements, I will leave a QR code right here on the screen so you can scan that and check it out. I'll also link everything down below, and you can use my code ThisCrazyLife, and that will get you a discount on whatever supplements you choose to add into your day. But thank you again so much to Ritual for teaming up with me in today's video. Now let's jump on back into the house projects. Okay, so just to kind of give you your bearings, this is where we were yesterday. We have the dining room, this is the front room / living room, and then this little hallway area is next to Luke's room and the bathroom downstairs. Now, I have shared these. I love these arch mirrors. They are very affordable. They come in different sizes. You can get gold, you can get black, whatever. But this one has been here, and I feel like our entire family uses it all the time, but we've just had it kind of set up against the wall. And so one, it's not tall enough, and also it's kind of at a weird angle because it's slanted. So I just wanted to go ahead and like set this up and put this right up on the wall right here. So I'm gonna do my favorite way, and we're gonna do a toothpaste. So if you are unfamiliar with my toothpaste hack, all you're gonna do is obviously grab some toothpaste, and I'm just gonna put a little glob right here and then on this side, and then I'm going to press it up against the wall, and the toothpaste will be left on the wall, and it will be very nice and level, and it'll show me exactly where I need to put my wall anchors. And then really all I have to do is just make sure that those are nice and level.
The smallest piece that we need when we're broke.
So the next thing I want to hang up is actually this mirror, but I just kind of set this mirror here and I like it here, but this space is already so bright because we have like the tall windows at the front door, we have Luke's bedroom coming in, we have the windows in the dining room and living room, and like it's just so bright. But one of the reasons that I love mirrors is because it bounces light around, and this room just doesn't really need that. It also doesn't really need the mirror just because it's already very open and bright and all the things. So there is a spot that I think could use the mirror, and I'll show you it. So I'm gonna actually move this mirror and then we'll hang it up. And this one, by the way, I got from a thrift store for like $15. Yeah, the thrift store sticker on the back. Awesome. Okay, so this area is, you can kind of see like how more darker it is. Like it's bright over here. It's kind of brighter in my office, but this area right here for some reason is pretty dark. This is, to give you bearings again, this is when I did the desk area. We refinished that. I got permission from my landlord, which by the way, he loved it. And I was so grateful that he liked it. So I'm thinking that he'll let me do other spaces now because that one turned out really good. So right now I just have this piece sitting here. I was going to hang this, but I think I'm gonna put this one somewhere else because this is like the one area that I always have big lights on in here because it feels dark. Set like this is probably fine. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and just hang this up and that'll look really pretty, and that already honestly like makes it feel brighter in here. Until we start to tear, but we can still be strong. So wipe out all your tears. When words die, when we're falling apart, hold your hand when my heart is scared. Me high when we fight all the time, just show me we're home is when words die, when we're falling apart, hold your hand when my heart is get me high when we fight all the time, just show me we're home is, show me we're home is. Hey, surprise, surprise, it's a new day. As soon as I was getting that mirror up, I got a call from the kids' school that Noah was feeling sick, so I had to go pick him up. He came home. It was kind of a mess just dealing with all that. I think there's like stomach bug going around or something, so that kind of took precedence over a lot of the rest of the day. Doing a little bit better today, and now we're gonna get back into things. So I'm in my laundry room. So I do want to clean the door because I was looking at the door the other day and I was like, I wonder if I should repaint this door, just because like honestly painting a door can make a big difference, especially if it's a really well-used door and it has a lot of mess on it. Sometimes you can get it cleaned up nice. So basically I just want to check it out and see if I can get it cleaned up really good, or if that's something that I should try to tackle, just because it doesn't cost a lot, it doesn't take a lot of time, but it actually makes a big difference. But then I think the next space that I want to work on and tackle in here is my laundry room. So I wanted to show you guys kind of what we're dealing with in here and also get your opinion on some things. So first let's clean that door and then we'll have a little laundry room makeover chat. Okay, so obviously the front of the door is not near as bad as like the garage side of the door. So that was where I was like, oh, we'll see if I can get it cleaned up. And to use for my cleaner, I'm just using the Green Leaf all-purpose cleaner. This is my favorite stuff. I use it all the time. You feel alone by yourself, about to give up, but I won't. When the world falls away. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. I think I might still want to paint this door, but like there's a clear clean and dirty side. Hold on. You feel alone by yourself, about to give up, but I won't. We keep falling down until we start to tear, but we can still be Okay, so on this side, it's like a galley laundry room kind of. You walk through the garage into the rest of the house. So we have the upper cabinets right above the washer and dryer. Obviously the washer and dryer over here, and the walls are painted a really nice, just like tan color. So nothing else to do about that. It does have knobs on the top, so I might end up changing these out to match what we did in the like on the desk area. I'm thinking to probably paint these cabinets kind of like we did in the desk area as well. Now the thing that I'm like kind of toying around with an idea on is this very blue countertop. Now the thing about it, I don't know if you can see, but there's actually like some, I think it's probably bleach stain or something on here. It is nice. It has a really nice good sized sink. Now, because this is a rental home, I'm not going to be putting all this money into this, but for like $100, you can do a lot. Like that probably cost me around $100, but that is something that brings us a lot of joy. It makes the space feel a lot more warm and welcome. Now, I do really appreciate and love my landlords. They are really great, and I'm so happy to do things around the house if I can do them on a budget and actually give them benefit for the day that we do move out, whenever that happens to be. But with that being said, I'm not going to be pumping a ton of money into this place. Like, I'm not going to be like ripping out countertops or any of that stuff. But because this isn't in the best shape, and because it's very blue, I'm curious to try something on these. Now I'll obviously clear this with my landlord, but I'm kind of curious to try some different countertop products on the countertop to change it up. Also, it's nice. It's kind of tucked away. It's just in the laundry room, and it's just this one countertop strip, so it's not like a huge area. But I'm curious, and this is where you guys come in. Have any of you done like a countertop renovation without ripping out the countertops, but where you paint the counters? You can do, you know, different kinds of treatments to them. If you've done those, I would love to hear your feedback on like what happened, how it worked, any links you have, anything like that. I would love if you'd let me know in the comments. But that's kind of my thought in here, is like kind of like refreshing the cabinets, changing out the pulls, adding drawer pulls and knobs to the bottom cabinets, because as you can see, there's nothing on the bottom at all, and so I would definitely like add those to make it match. I could possibly change out the faucet, just because like a taller faucet could be handy in here and it would definitely elevate the space, but we'll see kind of like where the budget leaves for that. And then I'm really curious to do something on the countertops in here. We shall see. There's lots of different options. They have so many options now, so I just have to figure out what I want to do, and then once I have a game plan, that's when I'm going to message my landlord and say, hey, here's my thoughts. What do you think about this? Do I have your approval to do this or no? What do you think? And so anyway, I just need to get my game plan. But I think that the laundry room is going to be next on my list, because there's a lot of places and I think it'll turn out good. So anyway, let's move on to the next house project. Okay, now here in my office, by the way, if you have not seen my office makeover video, I love how this turned out. I kind of shared how the previous furniture that I brought over from the last house into my office, it was like just, I brought everything over from my office, and it ended up just kind of, I think, reminding me of like some not good memories in there. And so I ended up shifting this around, giving it like a totally different layout. I got a different desk. I got these really pretty arch bookshelves when they were on sale, a new rug, like just lots of, I don't know, it's like totally different in here, and I've loved it ever since. Anyway, I will link that video up here if you guys haven't seen it. I need to quickly just kind of like put some things away in here. But then I actually got a walking pad, which is on the floor right here. I got a walking pad just from Amazon really recently, because I have my treadmill in here, which I use all the time, but since getting a standing desk, I feel like I almost always have it standing now. Like I'm almost never sitting, which keeps my energy up while I'm working. But what I've really liked is sometimes I'll actually get my laptop out and I do my treadmill with my laptop, but that's like not super stable. There's not a good place to put the laptop, so I'm kind of like, I don't know, it's a little sketchy. So I was like, it would be so nice to have a walking pad here, and then I can just kind of like push it off to the side when I'm not using it. Like if I do want to sit down, I'm gonna go ahead and set that up today, because I think that'll be so nice to like get extra steps in while I'm walking, and just like helps keep your energy up. So let's clean this space up and get the walking pad set up.
Like I was falling through the air. No one let myself to hold my hand. Standing in the shadows of where we have been. Sleeping with your back facing me. I know know this isn't us. Baby, pull me closer, let's fall in love. Oh, I can feel my body move to every move you make, and I can feel the tension every time we're close. I know whatever happens, I will have you next to me. 'Cause tonight we have it all. When this is one.
Okay, I can already tell this is gonna be so nice. Let's see what it goes up. Okay, 3.8 is what it goes up to. So okay, yeah, you could do that. You just have to be like on it. You could walk at 3.8. I feel like mostly I'd walk at like 3, or if you wanted to do like really relaxed, you could do a little lower, but it's not super loud. Like this is 2.5, but this is just so nice. Like you just sit here and do your work. You're standing, you're getting your steps in, you're like being active. And I feel like when you do that, it just, I don't know. I really liked it the few times that I've done it on my treadmill, but like I said, it's not the best because I have to be on my laptop and like kind of, it's a little iffy with that one, but this will just be so nice. And then also it's very lightweight, so I can just actually set this, even like flip it on its side or whatever if I do want to sit in my chair. Like I said, I've actually just not really been in my chair much. I've just mostly been standing. And then also like you can just stand on it, so you don't even have to move it if you're not trying to walk. Anyway, I'm excited. I've been excited for this one. So the next place that I want to go is actually upstairs because I got a rug that I want to put in the hallway between my room and like the boys' rooms. I'm also excited to try out this rug because I'm going to be doing a makeover with my sister at her house, and I want to kind of like test out this rug to see if it would be a good fit in that makeover too. So I love it for my house, but I'm also like, I could get a bigger size and maybe use it there. So that's kind of another reason why I wanted to get it too. All right, let's go upstairs. Okay, so we're upstairs. Let me vacuum this real quick and then I'll lay out the rug and show you, but it's so pretty. Okay, so this area is the landing at the top of the stairs between the bedrooms. I just always felt like this would be the perfect spot to put a little rug because rugs just make spaces really cozy. Like it's obviously nicer to walk on, more soft on your feet, but also it just, I don't know, it just makes it like look more put together, I guess. Anyway, so look at this rug. It's light, it's actually really soft. It has this little checker border. And then do you see that scalloped edge? I'm a sucker for the scalloped edges. This is a 5x7 because it's like a hallway, but it's a landing. It's where we keep all our extra animals. This is a very thin rug, I will say. So we'll see if I end up having to like use some rug tape. I'm kind of anticipating that I will, but for now we'll let it relax. And then maybe like later this week, if I'm noticing that it's not laying down totally flat or it's kind of shifting around, I'll just grab some rug tape. And I think it's so pretty, I like it. Okay, so the next thing that I want to set up is something that I actually have all around the house that I thought would be really cool to show you guys. The air conditioner's right there, so hopefully it's not too loud, but these are a Casa switch. You can get tons of different brands, just Casa is the ones that I have, but it's like a smart plug. So I have them all around the house mostly for lamps because I'm not so big on the big lights at night. I actually don't love the big lights, so I like to do lamps all the time. But it's like a whole thing if you like go around, like turn on your lamps every single night, especially if you have a bunch of them all over. So I really like having the Casa switch because you can set it up, like if you go out of town and you're not there to turn on and off your lights, you can have them do them automatically. I actually have it set up for our little lizard. So like if I do go out of town, his light will turn on and the heat lamp and everything will turn on and then it'll turn off. I can control it from my phone. You can control it from Alexa. And then you can also, again, like set it to turn on at sunset and then turn off at like 10 o'clock at night. And that way everybody's lamps can turn on and off that way. Anyway, so the only thing is I did need to get more. So I ordered a few more, and I want to put them in the boys' rooms for their lamps. And actually I might end up doing the same for my bedroom lamps too. So anyway, I'll show you how to set them up. They're really, really easy. You just mostly plug them in, and then once you download the app, you can get them set up that way. And then it just like kind of connects to the ecosystem or whatever they want to call it. Okay, so this is not actually where I'm going to keep them, but just to make it easy, I'm just going to plug them in right here and get them set up, and then I'll be able to like move them. So I'll set one up for Noah's room, one for Luke's room, one for Liam's room, and then we'll be like just kind of good to go. Then I just went ahead and named this one, and I can put like whatever kind of icon I want.
We said we'll come undone. Feels like our minds have been turned off. Haven't seen each other for so long.
Look at that. Perfect. Now I can just add it to like a group, and then it will turn on at sunset and it will turn off at 10 p.m.
Oh, I can feel my body